The Batman Arkham franchise has finally received a new entry, and despite not being made by Rocksteady as well as only being playable on MetaQuest 3 VR headsets, it's apparently one of the best titles in the series. I can safely say, as both an Arkham fan and a virtual reality enthusiast, that the developer Camouflage has absolutely nailed the iconic Arkham combat. The signature, almost rhythmic back and forth of melee feels just as, if not more satisfying than in the flat screen games, and instead of simply flailing your arms around, the game has you putting together coordinated combinations of punches to perform impressive sequences of attacks. Everything from inverted takedowns to the pantheon of bat gadgets are lovingly recreated here, and outside of the combat you can expect to see the return of some fan favourite characters in previously unexplored time periods. The narrative itself is probably the most unique of any Arkham game and features a surprising twist towards the beginning that I don't think anyone will expect. Despite the standalone hardware, the game is also technically impressive, even with a few annoying bugs that forced me to reload my save. But apart from that, this is a faithful and, in my opinion, near flawless follow-up to Arkham Origins.
Dragon Age: The Veilguard is BioWare's first new title since the disastrous Anthem. However, it seems the magic captured in their previous RPGs such as Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect might just be back in their latest effort. The Veilguard is previewed very well with critics, so if that's any indication, reviews should also be fairly positive.
The remake of Silent Hill 2 is finally here, and although I was a bit concerned by some of the trailers put out for the game, after playing it for myself, all of my doubts have been proven wrong. The original is a bit before my time, so while I haven't got anything to compare it to, I can tell you that this is a hauntingly beautiful modern interpretation that's on par with the remakes of the early Resident Evil games. The combat is simultaneously satisfying and intensely frustrating, keeping me on the edge of my seat as I scrambled to get away from the terrifying creatures that inhabit Silent Hill. Both old and new fans seem to agree that this is simply a very good video game, so if you're a fan of the survival horror genre, it's an easy recommendation.
Black Ops 6 is the first Call of Duty title since the disappointing Modern Warfare 3. Boasting a new movement system and an action-packed campaign following up on the events of Black Ops Cold War, fans were hoping that this time it wouldn't be over in 3 hours. And according to IGN, who scored the campaign a very impressive 9 out of 10, playtime is no longer a problem, with Black Ops 6's story mode clocking in at a respectable 8 hours. And based on the early impressions included on our own for the multiplayer and zombies modes, the whole package is a very good time.
A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead is a video game entry in the critically acclaimed horror movie franchise that kicked off in 2018, and just like the films before it, it's met a fairly positive reception. Although it is a bit light on the survival mechanics, I found it to be an incredibly atmospheric and immersive experience that's more akin to a walking simulator. But if you're a fan of that genre, this might just be for you.
No More Room in Hell 2 is a standalone successor to the 2011 multiplayer survival horror Half-Life 2 mod. Reviews for the sequel on Steam largely agree that it's fun, but needs a lot of work on the technical side. So although it's sitting at mixed reviews, it seems the game does still have potential.
While We Wait Here is an immersive choose-your-own-adventure game set in a diner before the end of the world. I thoroughly enjoyed serving and listening to customers in this eerie but charming restaurant brought to life with an impressive retro art style, and it's definitely worth checking out the demo on Steam to see if you like it.
So what do we have to look forward to next month? Although it'd probably be impossible to beat October in releases, November makes a decent effort. With Planet Coaster 2 on the 6th, Mario and Luigi Brothership on the 7th, Metro Awakening on the same day, LEGO Horizon Adventures on the 14th, and perhaps most exciting, Stalker 2 on the 20th. If you'd like to keep up to date with all of those titles and more, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications.